Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Yo, we talk about lightsabers, stunning your TV screens, what you want to stream, everything beyond your dreams. Want to talk about movies, sports, or even politics? Go ahead and tune into us. We'll give you all of it. Whatever you're debating, Xbox or PlayStation, Marvel or DC, Mac or PC. Teraflops when the movie drops, gigabytes, chips, RAM, no matter what it is, we got all of it. Welcome to the show.
Nerds Talking, the podcast.
Welcome to Nerds Talking, the podcast. I'm here with Laura, Carlos, and I'm Lafayette. You know what day it is. It's Friday. You could be listening on a Saturday. You could be listening a week late, but it is Friday for us nonetheless. So welcome to the show. And last week, we led off with the top 10 highest rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes. This week, we're going to start off with the top 10 worst rated movies on Rotten Tomatoes.
Ooh,
And you guys
I
will tell me
wonder.
if you've even seen these movies.
Are they
right?
really deep cuts?
Some of them are. Some
Okay.
of them I'm gonna skip because they're like, yeah, there's some stuff you're like, what? Never heard of it. You know what I mean? So we'll just
Yeah.
go to like number 11 or 12 or some to that effect.
All right.
But some of these are you're gonna know these. You're gonna know them. You're going to know them, and
All
they're
right.
you're gonna be like, yeah, okay. So we'll start with number one. Number one is a movie that I never saw, never had
Wait,
interest
so
in seeing.
the worst
This is
rated
the
movie?
worst rated movie
Okay.
of all
All
time.
right. We're going down instead of up. All right.
No, we're going from the
No,
number one.
we're
We're not
gonna
going
start with
10 to
one. We're gonna start with one, and
Hmm.
number one is Ballistic: X versus Sever. Came out in 2002, starring Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu. It's basically a
It
really
just sounds
bad.
vaguely familiar.
Yeah, it's a really bad
Like a
version
two assassin
of
film. Is that what it
yeah,
is?
Two Assassins. Yes, exactly. With a 0 on Rotten Tomato, known as the worst rated movie of all time.
I have never seen it, but it does ring some vague bells of being a huge flop at the time. So
Yeah.
I
Oh,
believe you, Rotten Tomatoes.
now the next one. Now all these are 0 rated. That's just for some reason they say that's number one.
It's a 12
Yeah.
12-way tie.
Right. Nick Cage stars in the next one along with Chad Michael Murray.
Ghost
and
Rider.
it's- No. This movie's been made like 5 times already. And it's really bad. I've seen it.
Next,
it's
soon, or like all the
so he made his in 2014. There was one made in like 2019. There was others made in like the early 2000s. It's based on a really popular book series, and it's called Left Behind.
Oh, Kirk Cameron made a couple
Yeah.
of those.
Kirk Cameron, I think, made the whole like thing, didn't he? Like covered the whole book series.
I don't know. There's a lot of books. I started reading them when it first came out, but then it just got like too much. I'm like, no, this is too much for me. I got to book 3 and I was done. And I'm done.
All right. The next one on the list stars Eddie Murphy and Kerry Washington. Came out in 2012. And it was kind of Eddie Murphy's last movie before he kind of disappeared for a while. And this one's called 1,000 Words.
never.
It's
even
where
heard
he
of it.
only has 1,000 words left to use. And there's a tree in his backyard that has 1,000 leaves. And every time he says one word, a leaf falls off the tree. And he has 1,000 words left to use. Because
And
he's
then what happens?
basically
dies.
can't
Loses
speak
his
anymore.
voice.
He can't
Does he
speak anymore.
die?
No,
Oh.
he gets 1,000 words because he's kind of a selfish prick. Like he's just all about himself and knows married with kids. So he has 1,000 words left to use to show his family that he gives a shit. And 0 on Rotten Tomato.
That's actually kind of an interesting premise.
The concept sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
0.
They must have
0.
really fucked that up. Interesting.
0.
Somebody should remake it. See, these are the movies that they should remake because that is an interesting premise.
See if they
Okay,
can get better
no.
than 0.
Yeah, I bet they can.
How do you so then how do you screw this next one up? 2018, starring John Travolta, John Gotti.
Oh,
Didn't see it.
0.
me neither.
Okay. All right.
Because
What
no one
the-
gives
but
a
that
fuck
was,
about John Travolta.
Was that a streaming or was that a TV series? It wasn't a movie, was it?
It was a movie.
It was.
Yeah, it was a movie. Yes.
That's true.
All right.
John Travolta sizzled out. I think that's why.
You think that's why they give it a 0 because John Travolta's in
No, because nobody saw it, and they just it's probably what it is. It's just a lot of these ratings are popularity game too, though.
So you think this next movie's about popularity? Because next one is one of the worst movies I've ever seen in theaters. Made in 1987. It is Jaws: The Revenge. Dun, dun, dun. It's Jaws 4, if you don't know. It's the
Never
one where
seen it.
Jaws literally is hunting
That's
down
the
a family.
Caribbean one.
Yes.
One in okay.
Yes, yes, yes. It's so stupid. It's so stupid.
I've only seen the first Jaws.
There you go. Leave it at
But how
that.
can that be? How can this Jaws? This would be like the third son, right? If you do like a family line. The first Jaws died. Second Jaws died. The
Mhm.
third one died.
Damn
So
it,
how is
really?
this shark?
Spoiler alert.
The great grandson of the great white that originally was.
But who told him
Jaws.
the stories about the family that killed our grandfather?
His
It's
great
family?
great.
It's just like the Bible. It's people around him, and then years later they explain to him, "Did you know like 10 years ago your dad was pretty popular in this one spot? He was like eating humans." Really? Yeah, but this one motherfucker, he killed him. What's his name? It's Gary. Oh, I'm gonna go get Gary. Yeah, you get Gary. And then the third time around, they're like, "Is Gary still alive? He's in 3D now, bro." What? Yep. Then they just go get him. The next one on the list came out in 2015, starring Adam Sandler, Will Forte, Taylor Lautner, Steve Buscemi. You guys all know this one. It's a Netflix movie.
Oh, yeah, first the Western.
The Ridiculous Six, 0 on
Ridiculous.
Rotten Tomato.
Never saw it.
No, really?
I saw the
Wow.
opening of it and I'm like, that's enough. I turned it off.
Oh, wow. Just right
It
away,
was
huh?
so stupid. Oh yeah.
Okay. All right. All right. This one is The Return to the Blue Lagoon, 1991. No? Nothing?
Really?
Yeah.
Is Brooke Shields in it?
No, this one instead starred Mila Jovovich.
Mila
Oh,
Jovovich.
I have
Yeah.
not seen it, but it does ring bells because my husband was obsessed with Mila Jovovich once
Because
upon a
of-
time.
Was it because of
Resident Evil.
no, the movie before that she was in? The one with
It was-
Bruce Willis, which made her really
Oh, the
popular.
Fifth Element.
There you go. Fifth
Yes,
Element.
Great film.
yes. I was like, it was definitely pre-Resident Evil, and yeah, it was definitely Fifth Element.
Okay. How about John Candy's very last movie with him and Richard Lewis called Wagons East?
That's a Western too. Yeah. He died on
Oh.
that set.
He did.
Oh, and it was a
Yeah.
bad movie. That's a
Yeah, I
bummer.
know. He left with a 0% on Rotten Tomato. Just
Did they have to
Yeah.
change the story because he died midway?
think
Because that might account for, a
can't-
big flop. They couldn't deep fake him back then.
I can't remember I saw it once, like when it came out. That's it. I can't
Never
recall.
seen it.
Well, this one we probably all know. Maybe Laura doesn't know this movie. Carlos does. 1990, Problem Child, starring John Ritter. 0%.
Oh yeah.
I've
Mhm.
definitely seen it, but it was probably
Mhm.
around 1990.
Okay. Next one, Cabin Fever from 2016, a remake of the
Oh, my
original Cabin
God.
Fever, which Carlos and I saw in the theater when it came
What a
out, and it
piece
was
of
pretty
shit.
gruesome. Pretty gruesome
Wait,
movie.
wait. When did the original Cabin Fever come out? That's the one with
Ooh.
the hair curtains from Boy Meets World, right? That's the
100%.
original?
Yep.
Okay, so this is a new version
This is
of that
basically
one.
the exact same movie.
Oh wait.
Literally.
Yeah.
no
Wasn't
joke.
Ryder Strong in the remake? It was Ryder
That-
Strong in the
No, he's in
No.
the original. Ryder
He's
Strong's
in
in
Oh,
the
the
original.
original was
original.
shit.
Yeah,
So they
yeah,
made
yeah,
a
yeah.
shittier remake.
They made a 0% version of it.
It's like
Wait,
skim
is
milk.
this the one with
Nobody wants it. Put it
Chris
back.
Hemsworth?
No. This is the
Okay.
one.
That's the one Cabin
where-
in the Woods, right? Okay.
Yeah,
never
yeah.
mind.
This is the one where the one
That
girl
better not be on this list.
she gets like some type of virus, whatever, and they literally.
No, I remember the original.
Yeah,
But I didn't
yeah.
know. I didn't know they made it. Why would they remake it so soon? It was.
Well, they
Who's
also
in
made
this
a
one? Who's in the
sequel, too.
remake?
Nobody you know. Literally nobody
Oh.
you know.
But
Yeah.
it wasn't so soon because I feel like Cabin Fever probably came in like the original. The
Oh,
one with
that was like-
Ryder Strong was like 2002,
It
2003.
was about 2002. Yep, correct.
And what's his
Yeah.
name directed it? The guy who thinks he's king of horror. Something Roth. What's his name?
Eli
Eli Roth.
Eli
That
Roth.
that's why I skipped it. I fucking hate that guy.
He's not a good
Eli
director. He's
I
not.
fucking hate that guy.
Another one on the list that you guys will probably know is another John Travolta one with Christy Alley. Look who's
Ooh,
talking
Look Who's
now.
Talking.
Next on the list is a movie starring somebody that Carlos was in a movie with. It's called
Clive
Precious
Owen.
Cargo in 2016, starring Mark Paul
Oh, what?
Gosselaar and Bruce Willis.
I was in a movie with Mark Paul Gosselaar.
You were in a
Yeah.
movie with Mark. With two more on our list,
there it is.
we have the movie starring Shaquille O'Neal, 0%, called Steel.
Shazam.
Oh, Steel, yeah.
You know, it's supposed to be a Superman movie.
Yeah.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, exactly. It's horseshit. Complete horseshit. Complete. And our final one on the list, we finally get out of the 0% realm.
Somebody
and we
gets a
jump
one?
into Freelance, starring John Cena and Allison Brie. Ed Christian
Recent.
Slater.
That's like last year.
2023. 8%
Wow.
on Rotten Tomato. Yeah, Johnny is here now. He has returned after a
Oh, hi,
1 week
guys.
absence.
You're still doing this?
Apparently. Here we are.
Go
Have
ahead
you
and
been
start talking.
listening?
Yeah,
Say more
I
words.
just got my royalty checks the other day for the podcast.
And you
I was
owe
like-
money, right?
Yeah.
Oh, Laura, you got 1,000 words. Go.
Oh, God.
Uh-huh.
All those every word you use, a little bulb is gonna bust in a little
In the
string
back.
of lights you got behind you.
No,
Well,
no,
a
it's gonna
1,000
flash
words.
like Stranger Things.
That's one that probably deserves 0 on Rotten
That
It
Tomatoes.
was on
there.
the list.
It was.
on the list.
It was on the list.
Hmm.
Oh, yes.
Oh,
Yes.
How's it
accurate.
going?
It's
How's it
good. I
going?
mean, just living the dream, taking care of the baby, and yeah, trying to do that. She had a tumor removed about 2 months ago, something like that,
Mhm.
or a month ago. And we've been taking care of her since. Yeah,
so.
that's about it.
Is everything good? I mean, like everything looking good as far as scans and everything go. Chemo is still ongoing.
Yeah, they bumped up the meds, so this is basically what they give the teenagers. And so,
Oh, her
she had
tiny little body.
she had a 5-day treatment, and by the end of the 5th day, all of her hair was gone. And then she's like, "Where's my hair? Where's my hair?" And so, tough not to get choked up on that.
Yeah.
But I mean, for the most part, she's doing good. This is a different type of treatment. She has tubes sticking out of her chest now. Before it was just like underneath her skin. So now we have to maintain it, and we're practically nurses.
So it's different than a central port, or it's a different kind of port.
Yeah, it's a Broviac line.
Broviac. Okay.
Yeah, so there's 2 tubes sticking out, and we're just maintaining it. I'm like, it feels suspect, right? Because now we're like basically LVNs or RNs, and we're doing all this stuff. I'm like, I have confidence in our skills, but not all like parents can do this shit. Like, I mean,
yeah.
there are deadbeat parents out there, and then to throw this responsibility on top of that,
Yeah. Well, I'd like to think, though I have no evidence for this, but these are the fairy tales that I tell myself to make myself sleep at night.
okay.
That parents, kids who have parents like that, the professionals will know, and they'll give them more guidance and bring their kid in more often.
So
Again, these are
when
the
they
lies.
were,
Don't
I'm not gonna burst your bubble or whatever.
Don't burst my fake bubble.
But we've all been to classes. Lafayette's been to one. Junior college, 1990, whatever. So he's been to a class. So like sometimes you just don't quite learn it, and you have to learn on the fly. And then sometimes what they say isn't making sense. Or like, for example, we're putting a patch on her to sanitize the area, and it's very ER. Like, have your hands like this, and
Oh, wow. So it's intense.
yeah, and like, there's no way parents don't just fucking sneeze on that shit and just say fuck it and like cover it up, like. So I mean, from what we hear, infection is a pretty big. It's very dangerous for these kids in these situations.
Yeah.
Luckily, we haven't run into any
Especially
problems.
with the chemo, it brings the immune system down.
Oh,
deep-
for sure.
deep,
And then
yeah.
with all the shit that they had to remove, like her appendix is gone, her spleen is gone, and so her other organs are like doing double duty to make
Yeah.
up for that. And
So generally immunocompromised.
yeah. So, but
Oh.
still happy, still, shedding around the house, and but yeah, for the most part, everything's good.
Good. We miss you.
Yeah, I was listening to last week's episode, and I was like, oh, I remember these guys.
Sometimes all you need is a little bit of break, and then you're like, I love you guys all over again.
How long will this last? How long will this
Absence
good
makes
feeling
the heart
last?
30
grow
minutes.
I'll
fonder.
give you about
Tops.
5 minutes before it crush your soul.
5 minutes is pretty generous.
Yes. 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 So that's our list for Rotten Tomato and for Johnny's update. If you don't know, Johnny has been out for, I don't know, about eight weeks, I would say. Maybe
Yeah,
10, 10 weeks.
maybe
It's a little longer
more.
than that.
Yeah, a little
And,
longer. It feels like a
basically-
quarter, at least a quarter.
Yeah, the first
Uh,
quarter, first trimester, I've been gone.
Yeah, in basically dealing with
Quarter
his
trimester.
daughter's her health. So
Yeah,
and everything seems to be slowly but surely right on track. So hopefully he stays on track and the train
yeah,
keeps
she's
on
getting
chugging
better.
along.
She's trucking along. I actually just started a GoFundMe account for her today. So I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm on. Maybe I'm here to
Oh
plug
crap! You're here to
something.
collect money.
Talking. Oh,
Wow.
I have a situation for you guys, a GoFundMe
Okay.
situation. And you
Okay.
guys let me know what you think.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Continue. Yes. We're
So
listening.
I'm a pretty active Redditor, and I saw
Redditor?
this Redditor,
Reddit.
Reddit. I'm on Reddit a lot.
Mm,
And somebody posted in multiple forums. I think the person is in Kansas City. So they posted it in the St. Louis forum, Kansas City, a few others. And this woman posted it on behalf of, I think, her sister or her brother and their family. Anyway, the woman had twins like a month ago, and they have a very rare genetic disorder, and the treatment that they can use to help these twins would be Lafayette's being stupid, would be $4 million.
what?
What?
I'm going to take your ass to England or to Spain or Vietnam
And
or some shit.
and the woman who posted, I looked her up, like I did all the due diligence, because I'm like there's pictures of the babies, and I'm like, it like really pulled at my heartstrings. And I searched the person who posted, like she's legit, she's like a lawyer in like Wisconsin or something. So like it seemed completely on the up and up. And I was reading all these different things, and it was going to be like she was posting updates, like the family went to the insurance company, it was under review, the insurance company denied it. And so she's like, we need $4 million. And I know that this is a complete, Hail Mary, but I just have to try. And it really got me in the gut. I donated $200. And Rachel, she in Polite Society, Rachel, she messaged me a few days later. She's like, I gave to this thing on Reddit. I was like, damn, I couldn't help it. Anyway, turns out they made like an appeal on like the news, like their local news, and they're getting somebody to pay for it, the $4 million that needs for these kids.
Not the insurance.
Not the insurance. It's like some other scenario, like some like other company is chipping in to do it or whatever, but they're gonna get the treatment. Whether they're gonna be fine, nobody knows. Treatment is treatment. It's not, the whole thing. But Rachel texted me, and she was like, so I read the GoFundMe. They got an update that they are gonna get the treatment canceled. And she's like, they're just gonna keep the money from the GoFundMe.
What?
They had raised $400,000 or so, but they're going to keep the money. And she's like, I'm not sure how I feel about that. And I was thinking about it, and I was like, yeah, I don't know. What would you guys think? Because I mean, thinking about it, like these kids are not going to have an easy life. They're identical twins. They have this genetic problem. If anything, they're probably going to be in wheelchairs, the rest of their lives. I'm sure it takes a lot of money to upgrade a home. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you think they should have returned the money?
Yes.
No.
Well,
Yes.
their ask was for a specific reason. Uh, Please help me. This is a procedure we need to get done. This is
It's a life or death scenario. That's how they presented it. Yeah.
yeah. And then now, they're, hey, thanks, guys. This is what we're gonna do instead. I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, like,
So are the kids alive? Did it all go well?
yeah.
I don't know at this point.
Oh.
I haven't checked. This was like 2 weeks ago, and this treatment is like they gotta like go to fucking Switzerland and all this shit. Like it's a big fucking deal.
Ah, well, whatever. We've
I
all
wanna
spent
do
$200 in dumber shit. So
That's what
Hmm.
I told myself too. Like I'm thinking about it, and I'm like, I do feel like it's a little bit weird because, like Johnny said, like they presented it as situation A and it turned out to be situation B. And I don't know. I don't know the capabilities of GoFundMe. Like they could have in an ideal scenario, and I don't know if the platform will allow them to do this, but to go back to everyone who donated and be like, here's the situation. Do you still want to donate your money? And I would have said yes. I would have been like, yes, keep it.
I guess the
Because
question is, would you give the money back?
No, well, I guess I think a better
a better
question is
question.
if they presented you with this option, hey, these kids are gonna have a tough life,
No, I would not have donated $200. No way. But
right?
once I was in, I would, if they asked
That's
me,
it. Once you're in, you're in.
once
Yes,
I'm in,
right.
I'm in. Like you said, I've
Right. It's like
spent
a game.
$200 on dumb as shit.
That's right.
Like, yeah, keep it.
Yep. I mean, I understand your attitude, Laura. Accidentally walking into a swinger's room. Well, I'm in. Close the door. See what happens.
Once
I'm
you're
in, I'm
in,
in.
you're in.
Hey,
You're in.
momentum is a serious aspect to consider.
And
You
I would
know,
say in that scenario, $200 is a deal.
For the swingers room? I
Yeah.
agree. Yeah. Hell
Yeah.
of a deal. I'm in. Do you take Venmo? Like, what's the deal here? You
Who's
know?
got a
oh,
pineapple?
Can I work it off?
Y'all want to hear another story?
Payment
I have
plan.
Lots of stories.
Another story about a GoFundMe?
No.
I was gonna say, you get duped like
Just a
the
story
insurance
in
call.
general.
Swingers.
Oh, swingers story.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I definitely want to hear that one.
So this past weekend, have I told you guys before about my husband and his extracurricular activities?
Well, I'm very interested now.
Not as a swinger.
Oh, God damn it. Next
Uh,
story.
Cookie, you
This
can't.
is naked volleyball. This
Yeah.
is the naked volleyball.
You can't
Yeah.
set it up and then say
Nudity.
it's not this.
Yeah.
No, he's a nudist.
Yeah, you did tell us this.
Oh, okay.
yes.
Yeah. He
So-
plays bocce ball with his own balls or something like that. I can't remember.
Yeah, basically. So he conned me into going to the nudist resort this past weekend, first of the season. And that's the thing, they guilt you into going.
Wait, they have seasons?
How was there?
And how did you get
How did he
conned?
con you? Hold on.
Yeah, I
Did
want
he-
to know
hey,
this
No.
part.
Hey,
Hey,
babe,
more than anything.
we got to go to Safeway real quick. You want to come with? Come with? Oh, but you can't wear clothes. Don't wear your clothes.
Yeah.
We're just gonna run in real quick. Come right out. Don't even bother getting
it's,
dressed.
Like, hey, babe, do I need a jacket? Nah.
Yeah. Did you run into
No,
Price
I
Chopper
knew
real quick and see what's going
exactly
down?
where we were going. I'm conned because they guilt you into it, because this club is very anti-creep, okay? They are
Oh.
very particular.
So
If
I'm not
you
allowed.
are a single male who's not coming with a female, you're only allowed to go 3 times a year. If you are
so he wanted
a
to
part of a
update.
couple,
He needed to renew.
I
his
got it, because
status.
he was on the
He
creep
needed to
list. Like, he
renew
only had one
status.
visit left.
exactly. But it's just starting to get
His
nice. and
library card got
so-
rejected, so he
He
needed
did-
somebody to come.
They
He
told
needed
him.
a buddy for the buddy.
Yeah, when he
pass.
left the last time. Remember, one more time, goddamn, you're out of here. I'm gonna bring somebody else. I swear I'm married, man. I swear I'm married.
Yeah. Yeah.
I just want to play kickball.
So I don't actively hate it, but it's certainly not my favorite thing. I don't have a problem with being naked, and I don't generally have a problem being naked around other people necessarily, but I really don't want to make awkward social conversation with other
Hey,
naked
small dick, come here. I gotta ask you a question.
Seriously. Really, yeah, no,
Hey,
seriously.
floppy tits. How can I help you?
It's Steve. Oh,
It's
I
like-
know. This is
It's not.
this
It's
is
not
something I do
you
for
like.
myself. Just
It's
a
hell
random-
you heavy.
Hey, eyes down there. Eyes down there. Don't look at me.
Yeah.
Eyes down
Yeah.
there.
Yeah, I carry this package for a reason. Everybody can look at it. It's fine. It's fine. That's why I wear shades. Don't look me in the eyes.
And to make matters worse, so I am very fair skinned. my husband, one of the primary reasons why he goes is because he likes to tan. So he stays on not the entire time, but for a significant amount of time, he stays on the sunny side. I hide in the shade because I'm very fair and just doesn't work out. And I'm a little high, and because that's the best way to do it, 100%. And I'm sitting there with my headphones on, jiving to my music because I don't want to talk to anybody. And somebody comes up to me and starts talking to me, and I've got my earbuds in and I'm taking them out and I'm like, I'm sorry. And it is a 75-year-old man who is talking to me about being pale. Like, oh, I didn't realize it was a prerequisite to have a tan. And I'm like, yeah, I sure don't. And then we start some kind of awkward conversation about, life or like kids, like, oh, yeah, our kids are at home and that's my husband over there. And eventually he starts to look like kind of uncomfortable. And because I'm a person that, again, I was high, so maybe feeling a little chattier than I normally would, but I'm also like a, social animal and I understand the dynamics. And I'm like, would you like to sit down? Because again, he's a 75-year-old man.
His balls must be getting heavy at this time. At this point.
Exactly.
Sit down, man.
And so he goes to sit down in the beach chair. He can't sit down. He has to hold my arm to like lower himself down next to me. And once he does, that's when the conversation really gets interesting. And when he starts telling me about the Human Advancement Institute and all the studies he's done on, love and sexuality and getting comfortable with your body.
So he has a Pornhub subscription.
And I was just like, oh my fucking God. This guy is 75-year-old grandpa is sitting next to me and we're both naked talking about a sex cult.
Mm-hmm. What's the problem here? Yeah. So far, what's the problem?
What are you sitting on a towel or?
Yeah.
Okay. So you're allowed to have towels.
Yeah.
At any point, do you put the towel over the boobs or?
Oh, it came to mind for certain at some point.
And on the other side, for him, did the carpet match the pubes? Like,
yeah, bald.
Yeah,
gray. I don't know. I tried not to look. You try not to look. You
parted in the middle.
You avoid direct eye contact with it. And so I'm sitting there and I'm like, I'm naked. If I get up to leave, he's just gonna see more of me naked. Do you know what I mean?
Did you roll around the whole time to get out of there? Some cartwheels?
I mean, you're laying on your back, I presume, or laying on your stomach?
No, on my back.
So he's already seen like the goods, right?
The goods, yeah. I mean, it's really fucking awkward, and then after a while, I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna have to use the bathroom. I want to go, chat with my husband, and so I get up. And he needs my help again with my arm to get out of the beach chair. And I'm just like, what the fuck? And I came home later and I Googled it. And the Human Advancement Institute, HAI Global, is indeed a sex cult where strangers get together to talk about their bodies and eventually get naked and just kind of see where things go. And the end result is generally like bisexual orgy. Everyone just fucks everybody. And on their way to that, this is the notable thing that I found in my research, that they have a experience called the speculum experience. Can you guys imagine what that is?
Does it involve goggles? Because
no.
Does it involve the throat?
Do you know what a speculum is? Do you guys know what a speculum is?
Like a spatula?
It's the duck lips.
It's the duck. It's the metal duck.
It's the duck lips. When you go to the gynecologist, they stick it in and they
and they open
it up so they can swab your cervix.
Does this involve gerbils or snake
How does this
or
No,
work? What are we
anything
no.
doing here?
Everyone just goes around and peers into all the ladies' vaginas.
Oh, it's okay. I thought it was
Oh,
more like
okay. I thought
I thought it
this
was
thing
more
was
like
going
the,
in the buttholes or
no,
something.
like the Raelians. Remember the Raelians? You gotta look at your butthole. Remember that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why
And
would
so
you
I
like
told
that,
I
though?
told my
I don't
husband
find
He
I'm
that-
not
can't be
yeah.
a current member, right?
No, he's
let
not
me-
because
he
he
can't
talked-
get up and down on his own, right?
well, and because he talked to me about his divorce, and so he
And his
doesn't have
3
a
passes
partner.
were up.
Exactly. Well, it's probably
Oh.
one of his first because it's it's just starting to get warm really here in St. Louis. So
Does your husband's pass now reset? He can go 2 times by himself now, and then the third time has to bring you again to
no,
reset
he can
it,
only go 3
3
times by
passes.
himself,
He gets 3.
no matter what.
and no matter
Ever?
what,
Per year.
no, per year, 3 times
Okay.
per year by himself, and then as many times as he wants with me, as many times as he can convince me to go. And I told him I am not going to this anymore.
What if he
this
brought a
year.
guy friend?
No,
Doesn't count.
not the way
Just
it
wanna
works.
Make sure. Wanna make sure. And
No,
you
I mean,
and,
I guess you could say
Gotcha.
you're gay, and this is my
and
partner.
can
But
guys
it's
wear
not like dudes.
can guys wear tank tops? Like
No, it's
'cause
not
the goods
clothing
are only below
optional.
the waist,
Everyone
it's
is
They get
naked all the
straps.
time.
oh, okay.
So on his
No, I
third
just was-
trip, he's like, "All right, I'll see you guys next year. Peace out,
Yep.
creeper. We'll see you
Yep.
next year."
Yep. Oh, I
Hmm.
forgot the part he gave you. He gave me my he gave. I
Mhm.
can't fucking
Motorboat?
talk. I'm
Uh-huh.
traumatized by the creepy fucking grandpa. He gave
What's
me
the name
a
of that?
song.
What's the name of that cult again?
His name is
Blue
Hal.
Oyster? Oh.
Hal.
No, the cult. What's the name of the
I
cult
just-
again?
I just feel like maybe you shouldn't be chewing on stuff when you're telling the story because you're like, oh, he gave me this. I was like, for the listener, they're gonna be like, what? What did he give you? What?
Well,
I'm
there we go.
sick and
Well,
I'm trying to get cough
well,
drops.
so when's the next time you're gonna go? You think?
Never.
Okay, well, there we go. Your husband's dreams are crushed.
Yeah. So does he know this? Like, he's got
Yeah.
3 more
He's-
times, and then
He's
that's
been
it.
pissed at me all week.
I mean, he's really into. Does he walk around the house like that?
No,
Does he
but
practice?
he is building a
He's building a
thing in
what?
the
His own commune.
no,
He's-
he's
I don't-
building his like
like a
a
sauna?
thing around the porch so he can sunbathe naked, so our neighbors can't see us.
I mean, this is how did he? You know what? How did he get into this?
I don't even know.
Oh, okay. Well, next time we don't have him on the show next week. Tell him it's all good. Tell him it's all about his camping.
I don't think
His-
he'd like that.
No.
Pitching his
He's
own
okay with
tent.
he's okay
the beach.
walking around showing his junk everywhere, but I don't want to go on a podcast. What a
He's like, oh,
What
I
shit
don't
is
know.
this?
That's
that's a little
I
much.
don't want.
A little much. Unless you guys want to see my dong, that's a little much. Like what?
Ask him to come on naked. Maybe that'll
Okay,
help.
I
I'll
will
be
say
naked.
though, this last time that we were there, there was a very handsome single man there. He's using one
Oh.
of his 3. He was by himself. There was nobody with him. He didn't talk to anybody the entire time that he was there. And he was sitting in his lounge chair like spread eagle.
Okay.
Like my friend was joking. She's like, I think he needs to get his taint tanned. Like the way he was sitting, that definitely seemed like the case. And I only saw him get out of his chair once. And I swear to God, he waited for the right song to get out of the chair. Any
Oh.
guesses on what song played on like the overhead
okay,
radio?
Let's see.
For the Instagram model, muscly, deep cut, tattoos down his flank, aviators, beard, closely cut, dark hair.
Staying alive.
Nope.
No, I'm gonna
Give
go.
Give me
Oh,
an
yeah, like
era.
that
Like, is it
80s.
90s?
I knew it was
80s?
80s. 80s, I knew. I was just trying to think of what.
It's the
That song, Look at
The
My Dick,
Danger
didn't come out
Zone.
in the 80s, did it?
Well, I was gonna say Danger Zone also. Yeah, Danger
That would have been
Zone.
a good one, but no.
But is it
The rodeo
I
song.
believe in miracles.
Nope. It was Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
I was gonna be
Wow.
like, show me that smile again.
Yeah, right. Okay. Pour some sugar on me. All right. Well, there you go. Oh, well.
Good for him. He's-
Yeah,
Classic
good for
stripper
him.
song.
So him and your husband get to meet each other 3 more times.
How about the ladies though? Are there any single ladies that like
No.
not
no.
really, right? It's
Women
just
are always
dudes.
there with a dude. No,
That's
there are
what's-
women there, but they're always there with a guy. There is no woman in her right mind that's going by herself.
That's what I'm saying. Like that guy goes by himself, and he's probably thinking, "Yeah, they're gonna dig me." And then it's just a bunch of couples, and he's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah.
Yep.
It's,
I mean,
it's
at least
probably
he
the
wasn't
same.
talking to girls about his fucking sex cult. So I say he won the whole day.
But what's the name of the sex cult again?
Human Advancement Institute.
All right, you'll find that in
AI
the description
Global.
link down below. All right, just in case you want to join.
They
And
have
also,
a GoFundMe.
GoFundMe. All right, let's take a break here. Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll be right back after this.
You say you want to be a tough guy.
You want to fight?
You want to handle your problems? Has someone killed your master?
We came here to battle.
Do you need to get revenge for a loved one? You've heard of the 1-inch punch. How about the no-inch punch? Is there a bully picking on you at work?
Fight me.
Then you need to listen to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. Learn the art of the Kung Fu overdub.
You're pretty good.
Threaten a man with words you don't look like you're saying.
Why you want to kick me?
Point at him and then pound your fist into your hand and tell him you're next. Learn that and more on Kung Fu Movies Podcast.
Nerds Talking is not responsible for anyone that gets hurt after listening to Kung Fu Movies Podcast. If you do happen to kick someone's ass by listening to the podcast, please let us know. We'll promote it on our show. And we'll even shout you out. You can even be on the show if you kick someone's ass. Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Fight me.
Welcome back to Nerds Talking the Podcast. I'm here with Carlos, Laura, Johnny, and I'm Lafayette. Remember to rate, subscribe, review, turn on notifications, tell your friends every Friday. New episodes of Nerds Talking the Podcast, along with YouTube under Nerds Talking, and leave comments. And let us know what you think. So there you go. Good times, rock and roll, people. Good times, rock and roll. Also got some comments from a viewer, or a listener, I should say. Basically told me that your podcast is awesome. I love it. I was like, oh, well. Another listener told me, I listened to one episode, and now I listen to 30. And she's going backwards. She's just listening to everything she said.
Ooh, tell her to stop at like number 10.
Number 10. No,
I was
you
gonna
gotta,
say,
you,
like,
you gotta get the history. You gotta get it all to see the whole, like, the
I
growth.
haven't listened to all the back
Mm.
catalog.
You don't want to, really.
No.
Yeah. Yes. No.
I
especially
feel
at-
like I'll
yeah.
get the gist.
Yeah,
just
you
based
get it.
on,
Yeah.
You know,
You get
being
it.
on this podcast for like what, 2 years?
Yeah,
God.
exactly. Yeah, you get it. So, shout out to the crew out there, people listening. I got some names to drop. So Jenna, Taylor, Paul, and Steve. Those are the folks that I told them I'll give them a shout out. So there you go.
Ew, shout out.
That's right.
Jenna,
Shout
Paul,
out.
Steve.
The shout out segment on Nerds Talking. Hugh, shout out. Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
We might be saying goodbye to these people after we give them a shout out, because if they actually listen to everything, it might be disappointing when they
Well,
get to
they've
number
so
one.
far liked the episodes from this year. So you're right. Listen to anything from last year. I hear you.
No,
bro.
that's
I get it.
Yeah, you get it. All right. Fantastic.
Speaking of Hugh, actually, Carlos, you sent me that old short
Legal Edge episode.
from
yeah.
the Legal Edge.
Mhm.
And I don't know if I was just in a particularly pervy mood because I'm watching it. I was like, this is 3 very handsome men in the same commercial. Because what's his name? Michael Bryant. He was very attractive in the 90s. You weren't looking too bad either. And then Hugh just like stuck his head in. And I'm like, bunch of hotties on like local access TV. Good for
A
you
lot of
guys.
confusing feelings, right?
It was a little
Yeah.
bit. You're right, Johnny.
Yeah,
Okay,
3
before we move
magnets in
on-
one room. Tell you what.
Before we move on, Laura, Legal Edge, Mary Kill, F. Go ahead.
Ooh.
Before we move on.
Put on the spot.
Michael Bryant definitely married.
Okay, well, he's a lawyer too, so good
He's
decision.
lawyer. Yeah, and he's very
And he's a
smart.
real estate agent.
Oh, see, there you go. He's doing well for himself, and he was
Yeah.
very handsome man. He's still a handsome man, a little old now for my taste, but I'm willing to make sacrifices.
So who do you kill?
Come
Well,
on.
it's got to be Hugh.
All right, so we know the answer to the last
God.
one.
I'm
Sexual
not going to
harassment
say
coming.
it. I'm not going
Sexual
to say it
harassment is
because
coming. You're
I'm
gonna
a
get a
I'm a
lawyer.
lady. That's what
You're
I'm.
not, no, you're a lady that goes to nudist colonies. You filth. Hit on 75-year-old sex cultists. What kind of life do you live? Anyway, all right, fantastic. Let's jump right into the movies coming out this weekend. You guys let me know if you're going to see them or not. This weekend, or as I say today, Furiosa, a Mad Max story or Mad Max saga. Any interest, anyone?
Looks good.
Screaming. Won't go
Looks
see
good.
it.
Pass. Fucking
Pass.
hard pass. I hated Mad Max.
You didn't like
The original
Fury
or the
Road?
last one?
Which
The
one are
last
we
one.
talking about?
Mm.
What?
Eh,
Oh, Fury Road was amazing. Amazing.
I mean,
Fury Road
just
amazing.
the whole like premise, and then fucking weird little thing where what does he give him, milk or some shit over the
It's
side
all
of the
weird.
cliff?
That's the
So
idea.
fucking weird. And
So
then all right,
weird.
let's go fucking chase him. Where's my band at? And
That's one of the best parts.
oh,
the
my
band was
God,
amazing.
It was so stupid. It was like
It's one of the best
it was
movies
like
ever
when I
made.
first watched Waterworld. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Well, that had a good premise. It's just a bad movie.
Yeah, I bet this would be a very good Universal show, but as far as
Oh,
movie,
definitely a stunt show.
Oh,
So
for
Yeah.
sure.
Furiosa is a prequel to the last one you saw. This one stars Anna Taylor-Joy and Chris Hemsworth as the bad guy. So there you go. So Chris.
So is Chris Hemsworth? Is he supposed to be the bad guy from Fury Road? Because I know
No,
the other,
no. That guy's
the
in
other
the
one.
movie too.
She's Charlize Theron's character.
She is, but the bad guy's in the movie also. That want the mask. and
Oh, he
everything.
is. Okay, all right.
Yes,
I wonder if they're going to
yes.
explain how she loses her arm. I'm sure they will.
I'm pretty sure we'll get that. Yeah. Another movie this weekend, Garfield, the movie about your favorite orange fat cat, starring Chris Pratt and Sam Jackson.
How is this one as far as is it like half anime, half?
It's all
No,
animated.
it's all
All
animated.
It all looks like
Okay.
a Pixar movie.
Yeah.
I have some
I'm still gonna
interest in
pass.
seeing this. I would
Well,
like
more of
to
a
bring
Minions, I
Charlotte
guess,
to
than
it.
Pixar.
Really bad reviews. Just kinda
Really?
really, really bad reviews. Yeah.
I mean, Charlotte has zero discernment. so
Exactly. It's a
maybe I
child. They don't
wouldn't
care. They
see
see a
it.
cat.
Yeah.
And he's a rude, sarcastic cat that likes, Italian food.
And how do you?
know?
But how do you rate a kid's movie? I mean, adults
Easy.
shouldn't be
funny,
rating it. I
motherfucker.
mean, if a kid sits there and he can get through the whole thing without fidgeting or wanting to leave or get up, it's a pass, man. It's a good.
That's
Do
true.
you think this is a pass though? Like Garfield, like if it stays anywhere close to the comics, he's just gonna be this sarcastic asshole who just loves to eat lasagna. He doesn't want to do shit. Like
What's
I don't know,
wrong with
it doesn't.
that?
I'm not saying there's
It's my
anything wrong with
life.
that. I did some blood work last week. Apparently, it's my life too. So,
Was
said
it blood or was it just some kind of thick paste? They're like, you can't even stick it in.
well,
Or
I'll
was
tell
it
you what.
tomato sauce?
They sent that shit to NASA to crunch the numbers, and I just got them back. And holy shit, the core
Yeah.
math involved with that, like, could you imagine
It's
if you
some
had to show
space
your work?
substance. Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, that's how I live. But I'm just saying, for a kids movie, I just don't know. Like, I wouldn't take my daughter to it. I don't think there's anything in Garfield that would attract her. Like she watched that recent animation movie Migration, and that
Yes,
was
the ducks.
cool. Like yeah, the
Oh,
ducks
yeah.
and there
I
was
could love that thing.
a ton of different characters that she like was able to, not necessarily relate with, but just attach to. I don't know about Garfield. Like I like Garfield growing up, but as a movie, I don't know. I could be
So-
wrong.
Charlotte
premise
watches the
is-
old Garfield and Friends, so I feel like
Oh
she would
yes,
like it.
yes, that one, yes. But the premise basically is Garfield's abandoned by his father. Then John finds him, and then John raises him, and then Garfield and Odie are on an adventure with Garfield's dad. That's pretty much it.
And
So-
Odie doesn't say shit, right?
Odie never says a word. No,
Odie,
Odie
doesn't
does not
talk
speak.
because Odie's a fucking dumbass because he's a dog.
Yeah, dogs are
Whoa.
stupid.
Whoa.
Stupid ass.
Whoa.
Dogs.
This is
Think about it,
nude
dogs-
Laura or clothes
Dogs-
Laura talking?
Dogs sign up for the military, dummies. Oh my god, like ridiculous.
Could you imagine a cat in the military?
I know.
Hey, is there a bomb here? I don't know. Just
Nor do I give a fuck. And I'm taking a nap right
While they're
now.
on top of it, giving
Yeah.
it a massage.
I don't know about the bomb, but I'm about to blow it this kitty litter. How
Yeah,
about
yeah.
that?
He's literally on the bomb.
Pick up
Yeah,
my shit.
Yeah. the
Get
cat's
down on it.
fucking. Yeah. So there you go. And we're gonna jump into the Character Hall of Fame. I know Johnny's just joining us, but the Character Hall of Fame is basically actors that are known for only one character, and that when you see them, that's all they're known for. They're not known for anything else. So, for example, Shooter McGavin, that actor, that's what he's known for. You can't name any other role he's ever been in. He's
Ooh.
known as Shooter McGavin. That's
Good
all he's
one.
known for.
He's also on that actor. I don't even know his name, and I think that's kind of the point. He's on Cameo. You guys familiar with the site Cameo?
Of course.
Yeah.
He's only on there as Shooter McGavin.
See
And
that?
I love that about him. He's like, I know exactly where my bread is buttered, and I am not going to bitch about it. And I love that.
And he's also in the upcoming sequel to Happy Gilmore 2. And he's in the video game as Shooter McGavin for PGA Golf 2K24. So you're right. He definitely has
He's
taken it all
embraced it.
in. And
Yeah.
boom.
Good
So
for
that's
him.
going to be our Hall of Fame list as we go around the horn. Laura, give me one for your Hall of Fame list.
Robert Patrick as the T-1000. Terminator 2. I don't know what else that guy is in. I'm sure he's
He's in
in
a lot.
things.
He's
A
in,
lot. Like
That's
a lot.
all. Whenever I see him,
Well,
that's all I see.
What
That's
else
what
is
you
he
think of.
in? Because I can't think of anything either.
Yeah,
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker.
Peacemaker's dad.
Yeah, he's Peacemaker's dad.
that's very.
Oh, that's
recent.
him.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's very recent. That's 1990 to 2000. Like,
But you're
22.
right about one thing.
He was in Charlie's Angels.
That's just
What,
it. See, that's
the
the
recent one?
Villain.
That's
No,
the
one
point
with
of
Lucy
that's the
Liu and
point
them.
of the game, though. You don't remember, but you remember him as T-1000. That's
Yeah.
or that's all you remember him as.
Oh,
Nothing else.
that's pretty good, Bookie. I wouldn't associate that guy with the guy that was in Peacemaker.
Exactly. Johnny, give me one.
I'm gonna go with Brian Bumgarner. He was Kevin in The Office, the big fat dude. Kind of.
Oh,
yeah,
100%. And he voices a character on a Netflix show, Trash Truck. He's the bear. Yeah. And I'm like, that's Kevin.
Oh, so you know him as Trash Truck. You just ruined the game.
No. Whenever I hear him, I'm just like, that's Kevin.
Yeah, no, I hear you. All right. Carlos, give me an actor and a character.
Sam Jones.
Sam Jones
Flash
will forever
Gordon.
be Flash Gordon. Very true. He will forever. And Laura has no clue who
Nope.
Flash Gordon is, but he will forever
I
be.
mean, no, I'm
Gordon.
familiar like with Flash Gordon, the poster, but I've never seen it.
Gotcha. I'm gonna give you McLovin. That guy will always be McLovin. He won't be anything else, and we remember for anything else. Even though he played the motherfucker in Kick-Ass,
Oh yeah.
he'll always
And he
be
was in
McLovin.
Role Models.
That was,
He's
he,
the-
Nah,
it was
you
a
don't-
really good movie.
The winking eye.
You don't
And his
remember him
vagina.
as the character
Whispering
as a
eye.
role model.
Yeah.
Whispering eye.
Laura, give me another one for the Character Hall of Fame.
Richard Belzer as Detective Munch on SVU.
That
Yeah.
was a little tough because he's only
He
ever
has-
played that character, though.
He has only ever played that character. I'm like, is this guy a real actor?
He doesn't count.
Because he also like he plays
He was
that
a
same
comedian, though, wasn't
character.
He is a stand-up
Is he?
comedian. Yeah, he's a
Stand-up
See,
stand-up
I
comic.
had no idea.
But that
And
doesn't
then-
count. You can't give me actors who've only played one role because that's all he's
He
played.
literally doesn't have any other roles.
No, zero. Give me something else. Go ahead. Anything.
Okay, and my mind is blown that
Then
he
we'll pass on
only
you for
ever
now.
shows him.
Johnny, give me
Okay.
another one. Yeah, TV show actors have literally played one role. That's a tough one.
Come back to me. I just had it and I lost.
All
it.
right. Carlos, give me another one.
I got Jason Alexander.
Yes, George. He'll always be
George
George
Costanza.
Costanza no
That's a
matter
good one.
what. And if you're out there in the audience listening to this and you're on YouTube, give us a comment of people we don't name. Let us know what you have for our Character Hall of Fame. I have, I wrote it down here and I'm like, oh man, I can't read shit. Spock. Leonard Nimoy will always
Leonard
be known
Nimoy.
as just
Yeah.
Spock. That's it.
Mm, That's a good
Spock.
one.
Yeah.
Laura, I'm coming back to you. You better have one, or you're gonna have to bring your naked husband on the show to cover. For
I
you.
am also. I'm just flabbergasted that literally this is the only person he's ever played. Like I thought.
He's
like,
still
he
stuck on
made-
Richard Belzer. Get off of Richard Belzer.
I thought he had other things.
Carlos
That
gave
is
you
literally
Carlos,
the only thing.
Carlos basically give you a layup when you think about the show he just named. There's another
That's
character
true.
on there.
Seinfeld?
That's true.
No,
Jerry?
Kramer.
Kramer. Yeah.
Literally Kramer. Like
I can't even think of the actor's name. I had some others listed. So
Give me
you-
one. Give me one.
Okay. Danny Trejo. Machete.
I disagree.
Nah.
I disagree.
Or just like that.
Desperado.
Or
I
just
mean,
Danny
just
Trejo.
as a Mexican.
It's the
Like-
same character. He's like the Mexican gangster, like tough
So Danny
guy.
Trejo is just himself.
without a shirt and a
Yeah.
vest. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's all he
Ex-convict.
is.
You know,
Yeah.
he's you can even say he's just a typecast character. Exactly. But
Yeah.
not how the game is played. Give me another one. I have to go to
Oh,
Johnny.
Good
Johnny.
God, I fucked this up. I misunderstood the assignment.
Oh, okay. I've got one. Ralph Macchio.
Yep, there you go.
Yeah.
He'll always be
Yep.
the Karate Kid.
Karate
That's
Kid.
right. 100%. He always be LaRusso no matter what. no matter what.
When is
Carlos.
that next season coming out? Sorry.
Oh, it's going to be split in two. And it comes
Ah!
out in the summer and then in the fall.
Suckers.
All right, Carlos, give it. Oh, actually, you know what? I think it's split in 3. My mistake. It's split in 3.
Of
Yeah.
course it is.
Yeah,
Just
it is.
Make
It's
it
split in
even
3.
more
It's 6
painful.
episodes per. But it's split in 3. All right, Carlos, go ahead.
Adam
Give
West.
me one. Yes, Adam West as
Oh.
Batman forever and ever. He will be Batman. Same as Christopher Reeves will always be Superman and nothing else.
Yep.
Yes.
Did you say
just,
Roger Moore's in that category?
Yes.
Roger Moore?
James
yeah.
Bond.
I can't
Absolutely.
think of anything else
He's
that
just
he's been in.
James Bond. Yeah. He's just James Bond. I got on here Tony Soprano. That
Yep.
guy will only be Tony Soprano.
Gandolfini.
Nothing else. Yep. That's it. Laura, give me one more.
I got one
It
more.
better be good too. Not no bullshit answer like Barney the dinosaur.
Gary Sinise, Lieutenant Dan. Forrest Gump.
Wasn't he in
Mm.
one of the SVU? I mean,
Mm.
one of the what is this? Damn.
NCIS.
But see, no,
NCIS.
Laura's actually right. No, Laura's
Yes.
right though. When you think of Gary Sinise, none of you could
No.
actually name the character he is in SVU. You know him as Lieutenant Dan. He's just
Lieutenant
Lieutenant Dan.
Yeah,
But
but,
then
I know him as
that's-
Lieutenant Dan, who also is in this and in that.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
He was in
exactly.
Apollo 13. That's where I first
Damn,
remember.
Laura,
him.
you
I do
suck
remember
at
his
this
Impala.
game.
Okay, fine. Apparently, I'm bad at typecasting
Got an
people.
F.
Because all these people that you're mentioning, I'm like, I can think of other
Just
characters.
picture
if they
him
are.
naked, and then
Yeah.
I saw
right,
him at
Johnny,
the mall one time
give me
in
your
St.
last
Louis.
one.
Gary
Give
Sinise.
me your
Naked.
last one.
I'm
No,
gonna go
he-
with Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter.
Yes, Harry Potter. That was on my list. Yes.
No, I could think
Yeah,
of other. I mean, he's Weird Al Yankovic. He's
Nah,
the guy from
nah.
Swiss Army Man.
No. He's Harry
Y'all
Potter.
are just limited.
No. He's Harry
in
Potter.
the things
Here's the
that you
idea.
think
The idea
about
is this.
actors.
When you hear that, if I was said to you, Daniel Radcliffe got casted as Wolverine, they casted Harry Potter, that's what you would say to me. You wouldn't say, oh,
That's
Okay,
right.
Arnold
Harry Potter's
Schwarzenegger as the
Wolverine?
Terminator.
no. Arnold
No.
Schwarzenegger has multiple roles, though.
Predator,
So
True
does-
Lies.
Predator, he's
So
Commando,
So
he's
does Daniel
Terminator,
Radcliffe.
he's Governor. He's quite a
Whatever.
bit. All right, Carlos, give me your last one.
Oh man, I got
Come on, this one's easy.
I mean, I have 3 more on my list.
Okay,
but the
go
ultimate
ahead.
would have to
Give
be
me all
William
3.
Shatner.
Okay, Shatner,
William Shatner,
T.J. Hooker.
Mark Hamill,
Oh, the Joker.
Macaulay Culkin.
Macaulay Culkin is only one role forever. Yes, forever.
That
role.
one I think is fair.
William
I could
Shatner has
literally
2
think
famous
of
roles.
nothing else.
But
He does
he's
not.
only
When you
known
see
for
William
one.
Shatner, you see
I
him
think
as
T.J.
Kirk.
Hooker. Oh, you think Captain Kirk?
You're stupid.
That's interesting.
Moving on.
When you think
And-
Mark Hamill, what do you think then?
Luke
Oh,
Skywalker.
the Joker.
The Joker. Boom, Laura won. He is Luke Skywalker. Same as Princess Leia. He's just Luke
Yes,
Skywalker.
yeah, Leia.
That's it. It's just that was on my list as Princess Leia. And I had Biff on my list from
Back to the Future.
Yeah.
Back to the Future. Just Biff.
I don't
I mean,
think I've ever seen him in anything else.
I mean, to be honest, you can even throw
Christopher Lloyd.
Marty on there. Marty McFly. He could be on that list. too.
No, Michael J. Fox has enough. on
Name
his
another
credit.
one.
Teen
Name another
Wolf.
one. No, never
Teen
seen
Wolf.
it. Never
Shut
seen
up,
it.
you know.
Spin City.
Spin City.
Spin
Yeah.
City. Well,
I
I'd
love
Spin City.
Spin City.
I would go Teen Wolf way before Spin City though. Yeah, but he is Marty McFly though. That's your first.
What
thought,
about what's
right?
his name? His dad, Crispin
Crispin Glover.
Glover. Is that really his name, Crispin, or is it
Crispin.
Christopher?
Nope,
It
it's
is
No,
Crispin.
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 All right, I'm not
Yeah.
messing that up in my
Crispin
brain.
Glover.
Yep.
I
Well,
only
there
know
you
him
go.
from one other movie. He was in Charlie's Angels as well. The Lucy Liu.
Oh,
Mhm.
The
Drew
creepo.
Barrymore.
Yeah, he took her hair and he was sniffing it.
Oh,
I
you
remember
guys forgot.
Sam Rockwell is the number
Uh,
one thing I remember from.
Robert England.
Who's that?
He'll only
Freddy
be one guy.
Krueger.
Oh, Freddy
That's it.
Krueger.
He'll only
Yeah.
be Freddy Krueger. It doesn't
Yeah,
matter.
but you can't like recognize him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, but when you see Robert England, you know Freddy Krueger like right away. Like
Some of
Yeah.
us apparently.
yeah.
The only other
except for
role I know
you.
him from is that miniseries V, and he was an alien in V.
He was on
The
V.
new one or the old one?
The old
the
one,
old, the original.
80s.
The original.
Yep. Well, there you go, everyone. That's our character Hall of Fame. If you have any more, let us know in the comment section on YouTube. But that's our list. So hopefully it's
Or you can
please-
email us at
I mean, no one's gonna email us. Just tell them.
nerdstalking@yahoo.com.
It's easier on YouTube. Yeah. YouTube Nerds Talking. Go on there. Just, and then I'll say it. Yeah. Anyway, our movie review for the week. don't know if Johnny's seen any of these movies. I'm going to review 2 movies for you.
Oh, let's do one. It's been a long episode. Let's
Oh,
see the other
just
one.
get over it.
All
Fall
right,
Guy,
all right.
starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt, still in theaters, but also you can stream it on places such as Amazon Prime. You can rent it, or you
As
can.
God intended. Nobody
as
has to
God
leave their house.
intended. It almost made its budget. The budget was 150 million. It made 130 million, and they're trying to recoup that extra 20 million. Just try to get it out on streaming to get that 20 million.
And
But
it
I'm
was
pretty sure
supposed to come out last year. They shelved it.
Mm.
Yeah, I was actually invited to 2 viewings so I can critique it, and I couldn't make it because of the show. And I was like, I want to see the Fall Guy, and I couldn't do it. And I'm pretty sure I could have told him what I thought then. It would have been a better movie, but it's okay. Things happen. All right, we'll start with Carlos. Carlos, Fall Guy, starring Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt. Johnny, did you see Fall Guy by any chance?
I did not.
All right, no problem. You can listen and give your insight. Carlos, Fall Guy, what did you think?
Loved it. Great movie. Saw it twice. Yeah, it was good stuff. I mean, it definitely wasn't. I'm gonna say it wasn't based on the TV show at all. All you had was one character, Colt Seavers. That's a stunt man, and that's it. But the chemistry between Ryan Gosling and Emily Blunt worked really well. The storyline kind of generic, but it was a fun watch. Definitely a fun watch. Comedy, action, whatever you want to call it. But it's definitely worth a watch for sure. What's his name? Aaron Taylor Johnson. He does so good as a bad guy. I'm like, I hate this prick now. I never want to see a movie of him again. But yeah, he's good. Yeah, I would definitely give it a 4 to 5.
Wow. Okay, Laura, Fall Guy, what's your take?
I in general, I enjoyed it. I got a few good chuckles out of it. I enjoyed the action scenes, and I agree that there was a good chemistry between Emily Blunt and Ryan Reynolds. Not
Gosling.
Ryan Reynolds. Jesus Christ. Yeah, Ryan Gosling, all the Ryans. I liked the behind the scenes the stuff with the stunt doubles. I thought that was fun just throughout the movie, like all the little things. Like also, I had no idea how they flip cars in stunts with like an air cannon underneath the car. Like, of course that makes sense. I'd never thought about it before, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool." So I'm just a total dweeb in that sense. The critique that I have of it, this movie is like 50% montage and then another 50% of some stilted conversations between the two of them. Like, yeah, okay. Like that is probably about half the movie. But there were funny things that made me laugh. The dog was funny. The Dan, the other stunt guy, the guy from Black Panther yelling action stars while he was fighting, that gave me a good chuckle. So in general, I liked it. I don't know that I'd watch it again. Maybe I'd watch it with a group. This seems like a fun like group movie to watch, if that makes sense. I'll give it a 3 out of 5.
Oh, we got a 3
It
on
had
the
a great
board.
soundtrack too.
3. I mean, the song that we heard 4 or 5 times in it from Kiss.
Was it
That's
Pour
all.
Some Sugar on Me?
No. It was I Was Made for Loving You. I think that's what it was. By Kiss. I heard like 5 times.
What's the other one?
What is the other one? Nah, you'll figure it out.
Well, the one she karaoke, but was that Genesis or Phil Collins? It was
Phil
Genesis, right?
Collins. Definitely
Oh,
Phil
yes,
Collins.
Phil Collins. Yes.
And
yes.
any way you want it. What is any way you want it?
No,
That's
it
the way you
wasn't
need
Any
it.
Way
What
You
song
Want
is
It.
that?
No, it wasn't that one.
No, that's not what she karaoke, but that song was in the movie as well.
I don't know. I wasn't paying attention.
Yeah,
Was that one or
but you
was
gave it a
um,
3? Good. The 3
No,
for not paying
I was
attention.
I was paying attention to the movie. I wasn't paying attention to the soundtrack.
Oh, got
I'm
it.
I mean, you couldn't really
sorry.
miss the one song they played 5 times by Kiss.
I did clearly. The only
yeah,
song that I remember is the Phil Collins song that she karaoke.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Is this a action comedy? What is it? What is it? Rom-com? What is this movie?
The blend action, comedy, romance.
I don't even know if it's so much a rom-com either. I mean, there's really not that much.
No, it's
in
more of
it.
a comedy, action comedy.
There's definitely a lot of
I would say it's an
romance
action
element.
comedy. There's a rom-com element, sure, but it's very small. But, the majority of the movie has to do with him trying to rescue the actor Aaron Taylor Johnson, or get him back on set or whatever. It's a fun movie. I think it's like a love letter to stuntmen, essentially. and I actually wanted to see the Jason Momoa version of that other movie. I was like, oh, that
That
looks better
totally
than what I just
reminded me of
watched.
Tropic Thunder, by the way, where they were like winner of MTV's Best Kiss, and I was like,
Yeah.
ah.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was okay. I could see why it didn't make as much money in the theaters as it did. I just don't. It's kind of like when you saw the previews, there was no appeal to it. Ryan Gosling's great. I think he's great in just about anything, but I don't. Yeah, I don't know. This one, I could see why people were like, "I'll pass. I'll wait for video on demand or whatever streaming." And they got it. It came out pretty fast, so I'll give it a 3 out of 5. It's okay. It's not like the greatest. I mean, I don't know. It's watching the TV show as a kid. Like Carlos said, it's not the TV show. It's just they just use the guy's name. That's all. But that's
But they
pretty
did
much
use Lee Majors and Heather Thomas at the end.
at the very end. Yeah, Lee Major shows
I
up.
yeah.
didn't know who they were, but I was like, these two that
Yeah,
randomly
from the
appear,
show.
they are definitely from the
Didn't
show.
he have a
And-
truck in the movie in the TV show? Right?
He had the truck in the movie too.
The
The
Bigfoot
brown
one?
truck. The
Well,
GMC, the big GMC.
Oh,
When he broke his back, he's living by himself or whatever. He
Yeah.
pulls into his, that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
GMC.
That's the GMC.
Then he had the updated one in
from
Australia
the
that
set,
he's driving
from
around.
the movie set. Yeah,
The
yeah,
set
yeah,
car.
Man, Heather
Uh,
Thomas though, she was a smoke show back in the day. Man,
She
was a
looks
smoke
like
show.
she's been through the plastic surgery.
Oh
every year now.
yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I get it, girl. My
You
heart
get it?
goes out.
Did you see
Yeah.
that the nude colony? Must have,
And then
No,
my
must have-
it's
like-
just hard. It's hard to be a woman. It's hard to age.
it's hard age for
Heart,
everyone.
heart
Wait,
goes
what's her
out.
name?
Heather Thomas.
Oh, I thought you said Taylor Thomas, and then Jonathan Taylor Thomas popped up. I was like, fuck.
And Blake
my God.
Shelton ruined the remake of the theme song. He ruined it.
I thought it was
Is
just
that
fine.
the one at the beginning?
No, the
Or
very
the
end.
end?
It's
Very
the
end.
last. It sounded just
The
fine.
last
I don't see the problem with it. It just
Yeah, I never knew the
Clearly,
theme
you
song,
didn't
but
like the
it
show
made no
nor the soundtrack.
impression.
Because if you think it's just fine, then you're an idiot.
it's just
And
fine.
that's the end of
It's
it.
just fine. It was a whole
No,
entire
you're an
song
idiot.
compared to
You're an idiot.
30-second intro to a TV show.
It wasn't
it's just
30
fun.
seconds. It's 2.5 minutes. Every show had a 2.5 minute intro.
That's the 80s.
Are you
length
fucking
song.
serious? They had a
Fucking
2.5
Yes.
minute intro?
Yes.
I mean, even
The
Full
theme
House was a
song.
very long intro.
Well, in the
too.
80s, they all pretty much had theme songs to start the show, right?
That's
Clearly,
true.
they just had to fill airtime. Jesus
Seriously.
Christ.
No, yeah.
The one thing that I will critique is at the very end, I liked all the stunt double stuff that they showed, like the real stunt doubles doing the
Right,
real
mhm.
things. I wish they would have kind of profiled them more. Like, I don't know, brought their like headshots up and be like, stunt for Ryan Gosling, stunt for blah blah blah. Like, I don't know. I wanted them to get a little bit more legit recognition.
Right, because they're the unsung heroes, right? They're the ones who make the
Yeah.
actors look good.
Yeah. So
Didn't-
I
oh.
wanted to hear a little bit more from them. Like, instead of doing like, Ryan Gosling, Emily Blunt, like, why not like do the action shots of them with their names on it? I thought that would have been fun, but missed opportunity. Maybe Ryan Gosling was like, no, there's just the jawline just doesn't look like me, and you can't.
Should they have an Oscar award for stunts in a movie?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think so too. I do.
They had an Oscar award show in the 80s. They did it one time. Lee Majors hosted.
Well,
I
why?
never saw it again.
Interesting. That sucks for them. Because I mean,
No, they
if
should
you're
have a
gonna do it
category
if they're
for
gonna do
best
it for
stunts.
fucking audio mixing, nobody gives a shit.
I do think that's the
No.
dumbest shit
Yeah.
ever.
Yeah,
Audio
if
I
you're
think
gonna
no.
show
I
it for
think the
that-
dumbest one is costume design when it's like a period piece. I'm like, what did you design? They're wearing what they wore in the history books. What are you
Yeah, but a
designing
majority
exactly?
of the time they like make that stuff.
Yeah, they have
That's
to
why.
make them from
Yeah,
scratch.
but to call it
That's
it's
why.
not
design,
easy.
they weren't designing them. They didn't design anything.
They do have to do research
They
and
do. They
design
have
it
to
the way
do a
they
lot
want
of
it to be.
research,
Really?
and a lot
Hold
of
on.
times they're
Give me a
not.
period piece. I'll do research right now. Go ahead.
That's not how it works.
They're
Go ahead.
not
how it
incredibly
goes.
historically
Pull up
accurate.
Google.
A lot of the times they kind of blend a lot of things from a lot of different eras. I like the costume design thing because I'm a dork and I like.
I think the costume design's fine because you got movies that create a whole world of new costumes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
and you
It's
can't
the audio
necessarily go to a
mixing
store.
one.
I mean, you have to make some of this stuff, and they don't make certain frilly pieces anymore.
It's true. They don't. You can't buy them. You have to make them.
I don't know. I think it's legit. I don't think they should do a stuntman category because I feel like the
No, not stunt
Indonesians or-
man. It'd
or
be
s-
stunts. stunt coordinator for particular movies. You know what I mean?
So
But
just
stunt
the
coordinator
boss, the
doesn't do
foreman.
stunts. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, the stunt
Yeah.
coordinator. Exactly.
That's
the stunt
dumb.
coordinator
That's
would
dumb.
would be like stunts in like Planet of the Apes or whatever. And
Yeah,
he's a stunt
but
coordinator.
movies like The Raid, like where they
Uh-huh.
don't give a shit about their extras and they like actually throw people out the window, like they're gonna win every time.
Yeah, that's okay.
I shouldn't
As long as it
laugh
looks
because
good.
they're probably like third world people being
They're
thrown out
probably yeah.
But see, it's
Oh,
the
God.
They're getting
Oscars.
paid
I,
in
th- I
dong.
I think that we have narrowed in on why there is not a stunt category in the Oscars.
Well, no, but it's the Oscars. They'll end up like, giving it to like some movie that had like a ballroom dance scene or some bullshit. And they're like, well, he had to coordinate that. Like, get the fuck out of here. Some
Or
I
it'll be
think
one
because
of those
there's
ones where
multiple,
the animated one wins or something.
Yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
and I think like each movie will have like multiple stunt doubles for the same actor. You know what I mean? Based
Oh,
on
yeah,
what
yeah.
the location of the shoot is, and then based on the
I mean,
stunt
Tom Cruise will win no
itself.
matter what every time.
Jackie Chan.
He
Well,
has a
no, not
stunt
anymore.
double
He
though,
won't win shit
right?
anymore. But
Jackie
Tom Cruise,
Chan does not have a stunt double.
Tom Cruise
No,
will
I'm
win
talking about
still.
Tom Cruise. He has
Yeah.
to have
Oh,
at
Tom
least
Cruise.
one.
Probably
I'm sure
has
he
one.
does. But he
I
likes
know
to
he
do
does
the
some crazy
in your
shit,
face ones.
but yeah.
I don't know. Again, I mean, if you made a movie that was like a period piece, like we need one stunt to qualify for the Oscars, just create anything. They just create that fucking one stunt, and all of a sudden they
I
win.
think Tom Cruise does his own stunts to prove he's not gay.
That's a weird way
Would
to
a
prove
gay
you're
guy
not
strap
gay, though.
himself to the outside of a plane?
A gay guy would strap a lot of
No.
things.
Would a gay guy jump off a cliff with a motorcycle? No.
There
You know
are
what?
other ways to prove that you're not
A
gay.
lot of ways to prove you're not gay.
Like don't suck dick.
Yeah, exactly. I present to you my
Hey,
cock. And
step
you're
Okay,
like,
one.
he
"Hey,
does. He does have
Step one.
stunt doubles. Damn, they look a lot like him.
I mean, you go to that nudist colony and you just prove to yourself you have that inner strength to just hold out
this
when you
has
see
gotta
when you see a
be-
bunch of dicks around.
This has got to be AI.
Yeah, but if you're
there's,
looking
like,
at
multiple
75-year-old
version of it.
dicks, you ain't getting nothing.
So
I mean, like
so unimpressive.
another thing is like when you like fall asleep by the pool or sunbathe or whatever. Like,
Nobody was falling asleep at the pool. I certainly wasn't.
Well,
you don't
I mean
fall
that's
asleep
what
by the
people
pool
were.
in nudist colony.
Nobody was.
Mm-mm.
I
Because,
don't
like,
know.
when-
I'm
when I
certainly
wake
Keep
up-
one
not.
eye open, man. Not just your brown eye. You got to keep at least two eyes open then.
When I wake up, fucking rock solid. I'm cutting diamond.
They have a policy. If natural things occur, you drape a towel over you, sit down, and wait for it to go away.
Oh,
Are hard
there we go.
nipples
Rules
included
are
in that?
rules.
No.
Oh,
Nipples are not
Ah, see
included.
that? Discrimination.
I would just accidentally just carry a bucket of ice and just slip and oop. Ice cube for you. Ice cube for you.
All right. Well, before we go, I'm going to ask you guys a question. Carlos and I talked about this over the weekend. It's a HR question that you guys can answer. All right. How would you answer this question if you were in an interview? All right. So I was like, hey, Laura, thank you for coming. Oh, man, you've been great so far. One more question before we go. Laura, how would you handle diversity?
Well, I think diversity is a really important part of any team because it takes all different perspectives to make a team and all different perspectives to reach a good decision. So I think that I handle diversity very great, whether it's diversity in thought, diversity in lifestyle, or diversity in literally anything, because diversity isn't defined just in one way. It can be age, it can be sex, it can be the way that we view the world, it can be lifestyle, all different kinds of ways. I'm really good at interviewing. Can you
That
tell?
was a good answer. I'm not going to lie. That was a good answer.
I am an
Carlos,
A+ interviewer.
Carlos, how would you handle diversity? Duh. Where's the door?
Did someone
I
get
went to a
asked this?
diversity and I got my AA.
Yeah, I got
And
a
then-
diversity. Yeah. I got a diversity. What? I can swim.
What's that over there? And then just run out. The Chewbacca defense. All right.
Did someone get asked this question in an interview, and that's why we're talking about this?
Yeah, it was a question that somebody answered poorly, and we were like, "How would you answer this question?" And first of all, Laura's answer is the like peak answer. Okay, write that down. People are listening.
I work in HR, guys. Well,
Exactly.
I used to work in HR. I know these answers front and back.
Oh, there's like a cheat sheet. Got it.
100%.
Johnny, how would you answer that question? How do you handle diversity?
I handled diversity by proving stereotypes wrong. Come on, hop in my car. I'm gonna show you how good of a driver I am. What do you want to know about math? I'm good about that, but that's not a stereotype. And then I pull down my pants, and then I'll be like, "Hey, wait, hold on, just let me get ready. Hold on, don't look at me. Don't look at me. I'm almost ready.
I'm a grower, not a shower.
I'm a grower.
Get it.
I'm a grower, not
No,
a
I'm
shower."
just how does this prove diversity though?
What was the question?
Yeah, exactly.
I really, first of all, I don't really think I need to be doing this for McDonald's, but zip, here you go.
FYI, Impolite Society's most recent episode is bigger, really better. Check it out.
We're talking about like
Oh.
supersize, like Johnny said McDonald's.
We're talking about dicks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
Lucky,
we kind of figured that one
talking about
already.
science? Are you like just reading about or telling me stats? Or are you going
What
to
do
talk
you
about
think?
Was it
personal?
based on your
I
latest
feel like
camp trip?
there's going to be tons of stats involved, lots of
course there
studies.
is. Yes.
But are you going to talk about your own personal experiences?
Not really.
No, she's only seen one dong, or
That's
had
not
one dong.
true.
She's seen two.
saw that
I've
yellow
seen-
dog
saw
this
us.
weekend.
True.
I've
75-year-old
seen plenty
dong.
of dongs.
Like
I've
so
gone
many
to the
dongs.
fucking nudist colony. I've seen all.
She saw
bunch
one
of
dong, and then
dongs.
she saw one dong. That's what it's gonna look like in the future.
Oh well, there you go. Diversity.
Check it
Um,
out.
Check out diversity.
Lafayette,
dicks.
how do you?
Impolite
What's the
society.
stupid question?
How do you handle diversity?
Lafayette, how do you handle diversity?
Well, all people should be treated equal, but I prefer if you hired white males and women. If we're cool with that. Other than that, I'm out. That's it. Like I want to be to the point. Like that's it. Diversity's it's I don't know. Lauren gave the best answer, hands down. Oh, everything, anything and everything. Diversity. I'm good with everything. Diverse everything. And then then you kind of stump people like, oh shit.
You need all the colors to make the rainbow beautiful.
No, all you have
Ooh,
to
good
do,
one.
all you
Good
have
one.
to do is think about diversity not as the hot and button issue, right? That society has made it with like, oh, we're talking about, affirmative action hires and gays and trans and the lifestyle all in the workplace. All you have to do is disassociate from all that and think of it in the sense of true diversity. Like, what is diversity? We are all different people. All four of us on this call, just like look at us. We all look different. We all think different. Like, and that is okay. And that is the core of diversity, as much as we get sidetracked by all the hot button issues at the moment. And so that's what you need to focus on is different people come to the table with different experiences. They are all valid.
Different ideas.
We listen, yes, and we listen to them,
Mhm.
and that is a good thing because if we didn't have diversity, we fall into groupthink, which is a bad thing.
Oh.
So all you have to
gotcha.
do is just take all the hot button shit, strip it away. Think about people.
Okay, well, how do you feel about Happy Meals no longer being called Happy Meals? They're just called the meal.
Well,
Because
that's fucking
McDonald's
stupid.
said not everybody's happy. So they
Are
don't
you
want
talking
to.
about the kids meal? The kids
no
thing?
way.
Are you
That's
serious?
right. That's
Nuh-uh. I don't
No.
buy this.
Yes. They're thinking about going to
Oh,
just.
thinking about.
No. They did it already 1 week. They did it from the May 11th to May 19th.
But who's gonna stop calling it a Happy Meal? Like when I go for my kid, can I get a Happy Meal? They're not gonna say, "I'm sorry, sir, we don't carry that."
Yeah, they killed
Come on.
diversity meals now. So, but yeah, they're thinking about getting rid of
When
Happy
I go to
altogether.
Burger King, I order Happy Meals.
And they know what you're talking about.
They're
Yeah.
like, yeah. I know what you mean.
Yep. So yeah, no,
Oh, they're taking the smile off.
they're taking the smile off because they said not everybody's happy all the time, and they don't want kids to feel like even if they're sad that they're
Like
forced
have
to be
a
happy.
Fucking goth Happy Meal. Old ass
black
lettuce
box.
and
Dude, there
fucking-
should be a black box. Yeah, and then your fucking your toys like an eyeliner, black eyeliner.
There's no food inside because why bother?
No, it's like half.
Oh,
eaten
look what they
French
put
fries.
on the. Look what they put on the box, though.
Yeah, they put a bunch of
It's
different things on
not
the box.
okay to feel happy all the time. It's
That's
okay
right.
not to feel happy all
Happy
the time.
all the time.
That is a great message, but it doesn't deserve from fucking McDonald's. You know
Oh,
what
you know
should
what?
be telling me
That's
that? My
actually not bad.
parents.
That's not bad. That's how I handled diversity. I would just raise one of these boxes and put it in front of my interviewer. How do you handle
Okay.
diversity? You don't have to smile every day. Give my toy.
Look at what they're putting on the boxes, though.
Everyone should be watching Daniel Tiger.
They're putting a frown. They're putting like a They're putting a meh. They're putting
This is definitely in their test markets, and I would like
It's gotta
to
be.
stop.
Well, like I said, it
this.
was only really done for a week for some type of awareness,
in the
Oh, mental health.
UK.
like
yeah,
mental health awareness.
May is mental health awareness.
Yeah,
Month.
yeah, yeah. So it was done for that purpose, and now
Okay, that's
I've read that they're thinking
fine.
about making it a normal deal, and no longer calling it a happy meal.
No, I like it as a one-time thing. But again,
Okay, so you're not very
it's-
diverse. I got you.
no, it's just the thing is like I don't need life coaching from a fucking Happy
From
Meal.
McDonald's.
From a
yeah.
fucking clown.
Do you,
Yeah.
They
Do you
got rid
feel
of
like
the clown.
the-
They got
you-
rid of
you-
the clown because of fucking man.
do you
McDonald's.
feel like
Ronald's still
maybe
there?
the head
No,
of
he's not. They
marketing from
retired
Bud
him.
Light transferred to McDonald's?
Yeah,
For
probably.
real. Yeah.
Probably. She
Good
showed
call,
up. You know what I
Johnny.
hate? Happiness. Oh shit. Okay. Well, I hear you, sister.
No, I don't like to be called that. Call me they.
That's right. That's right.
They is a bitch.
Whoa. Well, no, you can't say bitch because we know what that means. Female.
What?
Love it.
Yeah, so you can't give me
They
another
is a
word. They is a
bitch.
what? Like
Oh man.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah.
too
Because then
much
you
work.
kind of it's a lot of work.
What do you be calling Karen/Keith?
Oh well. Anyway, that's our show, everyone. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the Podcast.
Can I give a plug before we go?
Yes, you can.
A
A
hair
You
plug.
plug.
guys, can maybe help my family out, help Emma out. Just go to GoFundMe, type in "Help Emma Beat Cancer," and then read our story. And then if you can't, donate any, that's fine. Just share it with your friends, and everyone get to know my little baby girl. She's easy to love.
Well, there you go.
So-
Go on GoFundMe. Look up "Help Emma Beat Cancer."
Definitely
and,
link that in the show notes.
and
for
we will
sure.
put that in the show notes where we are available. And yeah, definitely go look at GoFundMe. Don't fall for no tricks though. Make sure you only go to Help Emma Beat Cancer. All right. Well, there you go, everyone. That's our show. Thanks for tuning in, Nerds Talking the Podcast. For Laura,
Goodbye.
for Carlos,
Bye bye.
for Johnny,
See ya.
and I'm Lafayette. Thanks for tuning in to Nerds Talking the Podcast. We'll catch you next time.